This is Irontrader, and this is Midday Trading. So today we're going to take a look here at some stocks. We're going to take a look at the indexes, Dow, S&P, and NASDAQ. Then we're going to take a look here at Tesla, which is on the move, PLTR, and Microsoft. All right, this video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy any stock by ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Alrighty, here we have the indexes. Now, looking really, really good here. You can see here on the 8-day is still tracking up here. 21-day, 50-day, 100-day, and 200-day looking very, very good. Now, we have a negative divergence, but it isn't going to be a matter of time before that's going to be negated, and this is going higher kind of a situation. Now, I've been pointing out right here, this key level right here, this is the top of that candle, 52,281. You can see here how we're nicely closing above it, and we're holding that 8-day, okay? So when it came right on down, went below the 8-day and closed above it, closed above it, closed above it, and look at today, she's a beaut, Clark. Look at that right there, right at that 8-day, and now she's popping up. Now, this is our big target, and this is our breakout level right here, 52,655. We got to crack above that, and once you can do that, then we can head to that 53,000 here. This is looking very good. Downside, just watch that key 8-day. That's going to get support. Your 21-day here, your 50-day. We have your retest at 49,909, and then we have your 100-day, and we have a 200-day. But right now, we have a good uptrending situation. Looks like it just wants to propel higher. Now, here we have the S&P. Okay, we had that nice negative divergence and it played out nicely, came all the way down and held that 50-day. Okay, then we have a nice good rally, but now we're only sitting at 57. And look at that green. If we can get that to cross over that red, that gives it that nice momentum pair push right to the upside. Now, downside, this is what you want to watch is that 21-day. Okay, that's very, very key. Next, we have that 8-day, and then we have your 50 SMA here. Okay, now we lose that. Well, we come back to the bottom of that candle. You're looking at 73.48. We'll come down here, 73.94, and then your retest at 72.37. Now, we lose that, obviously, 100-day, and then you have your 200 SMA here. Now, on the upside here, we made a high today at 75.21. This is what we're looking for next right here is 75.30. Okay, then we venture up here. You got 75.64. We have 75.77. Your next target, 75.98. And here's your big boy right here, 76.20. We cracked that. We head right towards that 7,700. Now, look at the NASDAQ. What a beaut. Look at this. Came right down, held that 50-day, rallied right on up, came down, and then retested that and put that nice double bottom in there, okay? So we had that low of 24,980. Then we retested that with 25,014. Nice, good double bottom with a higher low, and now she's rallying up here nicely. Downside, we got to hold that key 21-day, 26.34. Next level is going to be the 50-day, 25,884. And then we have your 8-day right below that here at 25,768. We lose that here. Well, we come to the top of that candle, 25,491. And it would come down here, 25,289. And then you retest at 24.80. We lose that. You have your 100-day, and we have your 200-day sitting right there. Now, this had the same negative divergence, played out very nicely. Held that 50-day, and now look, we're only sitting at 53, and now we're trying to curl up here. Now, upside here, well, we're going to be looking for this neck of the woods right up here, okay? 26,561, and we come up there, 26,788, and then we'll come up there at 26,923, and then there's your retest, 27,190. Let's see what the reactions was to get there. We break out of that and start heading towards that 28,000, or do we just stop it, come down? But what I like about this is, look at here. See, down, up, down, up. This is a beautiful W pattern, okay? If you want to learn about patterns or, about anything to do with charts there, just go on my playlist. It's all right there at your convenience kind of a situation. But just watch that W, nice pattern, okay? Usually when those break out, you break above that 727, 190. Then what you do is you just go to the neckline of the pattern and you measure that from top up, which would probably take that right towards that 28,000 mark. Okay, let's take a look here now at Tesla. Okay, here we have Tesla. Man, look at it. Now, we got all the way down to 368.60 and say, okay, why did it hold there? All you got to do is look at the chart right here. What do we have? 368.17. Okay, 368.60. See that nice double bottom? Now, if we would have lost it, then we could have went to the next level there at 364, but we didn't. We stopped right there. That's the double bottom situation, and look at she's on a tear. Now we had this downtrend, high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Now look at here, boom, broke that downtrend, and now we're ripping up nicely. Okay, so now where are we going? What are we looking at? We got above that 200-day. Where do we go today? Right here to the retest at 433.60, okay? So all I got to do is bring the top of that candle across here. That's why these price channels are so handy. Look how nice that is. Very easy, okay? So that's right there, 433.60. Now, we start cracking above all that, Then we'll come on the next level here, 435.20, a level there. Then we come on top of there. You're looking at 441. We'll come on top of that candle, 445, bring that price channel right across. Then we can come all the way up here to the top of this candle right there at 449. And then there's the big boy right there at 453. Now we cracked that 453, look at it weekly here. Then what do we have for a target? Right here. We'll come up here. Okay, that's you're looking at 470, and we'll come up here, 474 level. Then we're going to be heading right up top of this candle right there. You're looking at 488, and then the big boy, 498.83. Crack that? Boom. You know, blue sky, just going higher. Now, if you look at this chart here, see how we have a low, higher low situation, held out 100-day, looking nice. Beautiful uptrending chart going on here, okay? So this is what you're looking for as your big target is at 453. But we got to get through this level here first. So always let's take one level at a time. 433, that's going to be key. Next level is going to be key, 445. And then we have that 453. Then we have this target, that target, and all the way up there to that target there. Now, 60. We're not overbought or oversold. We can plenty of room up. The green crossed over red. You can see that momentum there to the upside. Pretty obvious. Okay. This is looking good, and this is looking good. So right now, this chart looking very, very good. The key is going to be right there, is holding that, is cracking above that 433 level here, so we can head to that 453. Now, downside right here. This is what you're watching. This is key level right here. 418 level, okay, on the daily. Then we have right down here, you have 406, we have 402, and then we have your 100-day at 498, and then we have your 8-day at 397, okay? Realistically, we got to make sure that we hold this 418. That's going to be key. Now, we look at a weekly chart here. You can see how everything here, look at here, okay? So we got 411, okay? So that's right there below that. And then we have your 50-day. Seeing there 404 and then 397 level. Okay, so everything is sitting right there. But realistically, just watch this 418. That's going to be very, very critical. If not, then we can come right down here to that 411 mark. Okay, and then we have right there, we have that 406, which lines up pretty nice here with that 404 level and then 397. But right now here, this is looking very, very good, and we broke that downtrend. So if this comes down, retest that 200-day and holds it, that could be a good buying opportunity again to take it right back up here. Okay, now I'm long because we had this double bottom. Okay, so I go level to level. Okay, did I get right in at the bottom there? 368, 60? Oh, hell no. I'm in at 370. I'm in at 372. Okay, it doesn't matter if you get the bottom. Look at the stretch it made. Okay, look at the stretch it made. Don't worry about buying the bottom. Don't worry about selling that top. You want that nice, good meat in the middle, and that's exactly what we got going on here. Okay, let's take a look here at Palantir. Okay, here we got Palantir. Now, you can see here, this is rocking and rolling here, okay, very, very nicely. Now, we came down, we lost that 100-day here for last week, and now we're back above it, and that's going to be very, very key. But we have a lot of resistance here. So remember, okay, so we hit that 106.37 level, okay, so it came all the way down. So we had this really just a consolidation. So when you get this, a lot of times here, you can see where it couldn't get through the 200-day, and then what happened? It just dropped like a stone. So a lot of times what it does is when it gets that consolidation like that, it builds energy, which can break up or break down. In this case, it broke down to 106. But look at me now, okay? Now, cracked above that key 8-day, where'd it go? Boom, right there, dead nuts. Look at that. You can't get any better than that, okay? So this is what your upside is, 127.89. We get above that there, then we'll be looking for this 8-day at 132 level, okay? Then we'll be looking for the 50-day at 134. Then we'll be looking here for this 21-day at 138, and then we have 139.36 level, okay? Now, if we can crack all that there, then all we do is follow these candles up here nicely, okay? So you got that nice good 146 level here. Then we're going to be looking big time here for two key levels right here, this 50-day, 157 and 158. Yes, we have resistance here because all we have to do is just take these price channels and go right across, okay? So there you have, right here, 149. Bring this channel right across here. What do you got? Okay, 152, okay? And then what we got up here, you got 156, okay? Before we hit the 157. But that 50-day, this 200-day would be your big targets if you can close above this key 100-day simple moving average. But, big but here, okay, 8-day downswing, 21-day down. Okay, so look at what happened here when he went right into how that 8-day when it went right into that 21. That's why I call this 21-day the catch-all. Where just, let me just see if I can pick that up to make it a little clearer. See how it is? Boom, right into it, right into it, right into it. Finally busted up, and then it stopped it. The 50-day stopped it. Then it came down. Then we're right back to where we were again. So again, respect this 8-day, very, very critical, and respect that 21-day because who says it's going to get through there the next time? Okay, so always, always remember this. It's got to prove itself, just like this has to prove itself right here on this 21-day. Now, We got to an oversold condition here. Now she's rallying up here. Now we're starting to get the curl. The little bars are coming up here. Not too bad. We're way on the bottom here. 44. This is looking good. But again, a lot of resistance. So if you're trading this, you got to watch this 127.90. Very, very key in that 8-day, and that 21-day, and that 50-day, and that 100-day. Very, very key because we have this still in a downtrending situation going on here. Alrighty, let's take a look here at Microsoft. Okay, here we have Microsoft. Now, Microsoft here. Okay, here we are. Big, huge downtrend. Got a bid here above this thing, then came right on down to 349 level. Okay, so look at that right down there. So here's what we got going on here. Okay, so let's just see here. Okay, so what you got here, this is called like a red dog. Okay, where it comes all the way down there. You think, oh man, this is going to go down even lower. Okay, but it did. Okay, so we hit this low here last week of 349.20. Okay, so what we're watching is this candle right here, okay, at 344.79. Okay, so right there, there's your double bottom. So what happens with a red dog is it blasts all the way on down, and then people say, oh, I'm going to short this thing, and then what it does, it rallies right back up, and that's exactly what it did. And now we're where do we go today? Boom, look at there, right into it. Okay, stopped it cold. Now 387.77. You got to clear that. It's going to be very, very strong resistance. But if you clear it, 387.77, then we're going to have this 21-day to deal with. Okay, and that's going to be very, very strong. Then if we clear that, then we have right here, okay, we got that 399 level to deal with. And then we have that 400 right here. Then we have that right here. Look at all of the stuff is here. Then you got 404. Then we got 408. Okay, so it's going to take something here strong to blast all through. But this here, 208 is very, very strong resistance. So just pay attention to that, okay? Now, we got to an oversold condition. Now we're coming back up here. We're curling up here nicely. This here is just flat yet. Oversold here, and this is flat, okay? So there's no divergence here, okay? Because what we had is we had a low, and we had a low. We still got a low here, okay? But again, we have a little positive divergence going here between this candle and this candle, okay? So we have the low, and then we have a higher low, even though that made a lower low there. So we have a little positive divergence on this side here, just not along the big stuff, okay? So just always take that into consideration, okay? Also positive divergence here. See how we hit this low? We hit a lower low. See, this is what I'm talking about with the big boy. Low, and then we, even though we put a low there, we put a higher low here. Positive divergence going on there. Positive divergence going on here. Okay, so that's what you always want to look at, different kind of signs that say anything that'll give you an edge kind of a situation. Okay, now on the downside here, well, what we want to do right here is your key level is just going to be this 369.82. We gotta hold that level. Okay, if you don't, we could come down here to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 364. We'll come down to the bottom there at 359, and then we have 355, and then your retest 349. But right now, this is here looking pretty good. But again, a lot of resistance, especially that 200-day. Very, very key. 21-day right above it, and then we start running into all the full 100-day, 50-day, and then that 21-day and that 8-day. Okay, so just always take consideration one level at a time. Let's see if we can make it through this 200-day before we even try to go to that one key 21 SMA here. Alrighty, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here after your pick close, and we'll do it all over again. Trade what's in front of you, now what you want.